7 centuries. 70. Uncut.
You're getting closer.
What, me?
That was great banter, by the way. You can laugh now if you want. Anyways, this is Unisport Uncut number 70. Great banter. You know, this is how great this episode is gonna be. Obviously, you've seen the title. We're gonna be talking about why you should play football in case you're not doing it already.
Yes.
Because it's the best school of life. Now, without any further ado, Jay Mike, hit us with the clock because it is, of course, still around about 10 minutes.
Shagalaga. Yeah, there we go. Now, the thing is about football that you said it's the best school of life, but we're also here to try and see, you know, what football can do for you. What can you take out of playing football? What are you going to learn apart from actually being a skillful player? You know, what...
I just want to set this whole thing up with a quote from Ronaldinho.
Okay.
I learned everything with the ball at my feet. Sorry, I learned everything about life with the ball at my feet.
That was suddenly a better quote.
Yeah, sorry. Anyways, you know, let's just jump right into it before we lose any more time.
Okay.
Like, the first point we thought about was that, you know, you learn to win and lose.
Yes. Because in football, you're going to lose. That can be losing a match. It can be losing in training, but it can also be losing in, like, the bigger picture in the sense that you're not really going to make every goal you've set yourself. Let's face it, not everyone will become, you know, Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi, the high-level pros. Some people can become pros and make a living off of playing football in, you know, like first division or something like that. But football is accepting the highs and the lows. And you know, it's a good way of, if you have trouble losing and you're a sore loser, well, football can help you get over that because, you know, there are people there to share the losses with you.
Exactly. Like, sportmanship is basically the word we're looking for here. And, you know, it can definitely help you in school, in work, in any other areas of life because, you know, you're gonna have difficult times losing a game. You need to be a good winner as well. Like, you know, you can also be a very bad winner.
Everyone hates a bad winner. Let's just put it like that.
And it's easier to be a good loser than to be a bad winner. And you don't want to be a bad winner.
and that's the thing. You said you can use this in school because if you are capable of winning with grace and losing with grace, you will come very far in life because it's going to make you really a really nice person. You know, people, it will make you sympathetic. So people can actually, you know, more people are going to like you. Let's just put it like that. If you're a sore loser, a bad winner, no one's going to like you. So it's going to help you. But also, personally, if you have a tough time, to get over those tough times and accepting that, you know what, the only way we can do this is to do better next time. And the only way to do better next time is to you know, simply put your head down and get to it.
And let's just put it like this. Nobody likes to lose.
But it's a part
that goes without saying. But you know, there's
losing...
a difference in being a sore, subby loser and being, like recognizing, you know what? There's a next match.
And listen, you can lose and you can be absolutely fuming. You know,
it's all good.
But there's a part of, you know, throwing a tantrum when you lose, compared to, you know, being mad when you lose and disappointed in yourself, instead of just, you know, throwing the toys out the pram for losing. I mean, there's a fine line, but take losing as a you know an should we say a way of pushing yourself forward into doing better, and of course use your teammates, because that's another thing that football can give you is companionship. Friendship, the thing about being a part of a group.
Yeah, and working with a group. Like, you know, if you're thinking about school, like every other class you probably step into, like teacher is going to put you in groups and you need to learn how to, you know, act with other human beings and work together with different kinds of people.
Definitely.
Whether you are in school or in work life, unless you become an IT code generator. Potentially you can sit in a black room and just have a good time. But you know what I mean? Like, you know, in football team, everything is about working together as a team. The team is only as good as its weakest link. Okay, that's a difficult sentence. But you know what I mean? Like, you know, you learn so much about shy people, different kinds, like you meet all kinds of people.
And you have to accept those people, and you have to understand the dynamics between having all these really, you know, extrovert people, but also people who don't say that much. and really learn how to work with all of them. And it's something that, you know, as a team, you really have to put the team at the front. It's not about you, you know, it's about the team winning. So sometimes you also have to make compromises on the team, in the family, the football family, to make sure that the better of the team is actually pushed forward. And so it's a really good thing to being able to come into a group and adapt to a group and work with that group, but also to draw from the group, if you know what I mean. That you use all the resources that are on the team, that if, you know, some people are good to talk to, other people are good to hang out with and chill and have fun, go out with. You know, it's about learning to give and to get, if you know what I mean. And that's
Which one are you? Are you the one who gives or the one who gets?
I like to think of myself as both giving and getting.
I'll take that. Next point. Dedication and discipline. We just wrote it down like this, but you know, obviously when you are in a sports team, you know, you as an individual and as a part of the team, you set goals, you need to show up to practice, you know, at a certain schedule. Like, you need to learn how to dedicate yourself into something and, you know, really throw yourself into an important thing and stick with it. You know, like, nobody likes doing push-ups when the coach is telling, give me 20. Nobody likes it, but it gives you character and, you know, dedication.
And what you need to build on that, the discipline, is what makes all the difference in football, because you can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't have the work ethic, you don't have the dedication to pushing yourself every single second of your time playing football, if you don't have discipline, self-discipline, and discipline towards others, of course, you need to be dedicated to your team and do it because of them, to further the team, but also to yourself. I mean, if you set yourself a goal, you owe it to yourself to at least give everything you can to get there. You might not get there, and that's a part of the whole losing we talked about, but that's the whole reason. No one likes, should we say, someone who jumps the lowest part of the fence.
And another way of looking at it is also like, you know, you can take the stuff you struggle with in football and again move it to the other areas of your life. So, you know, if you don't know how to juggle, you need to start somewhere. And it might take you a year or two to learn how to juggle. It's the same. Nobody knows how to calculate some algebras in mathematics at first. Like, if you know that, okay, I've been through this before, you know, I can't do shit. But if I stick with it and continue
and that's
persevere.
Ooh,
what a word.
What a word.
Wow, okay.
But and that's another thing, you know, it just goes to show that if you put your mind to it and you put your, you know, work behind it, you can actually achieve great things. But that's the only, you know, good way to do things, is to really say, okay, I'm passionate about this, I want this. Then the only thing you can and should do is to put everything you have into that basket. And you know, be dedicated and be self-disciplined, because if you don't do it, no one's gonna do it for you.
Exactly. Point number 4, we need to keep it rolling. You know, in football, you're gonna learn how to, you know, deal with authorities.
So you gotta respect them.
Look, man, this is, I promise you, if I tell you that in your class, there's like these brats and rascals who don't care what the teacher is telling them, or like, you know, if you know, many people have problems with people telling them what to do.
Yes.
And I can tell you that those guys probably haven't played in a team sport. And I'm not saying that, you know, football is gonna make you a guy who's just gonna stand like this and, you know, everybody can throw them around because they are the authority. But at least, you know, you need to learn that thing. Like, again, at school, you have teachers, you have the principal who's gonna suspend you. You're gonna have a boss.
This is all about life. In life, there will always be authorities, there will be rules, there will be boundaries telling you what you can and cannot do. You better accept it, because when you go on the football pitch, there will be the referee, there will be the coach, who basically, you know, they run the show. And you will have to react, and react well to whatever happens. And sometimes there are going to be shitty situations where you don't agree, or you simply think something is outrageous, or whatever. And you can directly apply that to real life, because if you, again, are kind of a sore loser, things don't go your way, and you throw a tantrum, Nobody likes that, and it will bring you nowhere in life. Trust me, I have been a very sore loser myself. I've had difficulties dealing with losing because I have such a strong winning mentality. I want to push it. I want to win. And then, of course, not winning was difficult. And when this jerk stood in my way, either the coach or the referee or the teacher, whoever, and made sure that I couldn't win, that was a really important moment for me to say, okay, I have to respect the authorities and I have to be polite and not give them shit for doing their job.
Yeah.
So this is all about the mindset of also being, good and proper. And we're just gonna give ourselves a little more time. but being, a nice, well-behaved human being. It's not just about accepting that sometimes things don't go your way, but also showing
letting other people bounce you around because they are like higher in the hierarchy than you. This is not the point, but it's important you're gonna face situations like that. Like sometimes you're gonna be at a concert and the security guy is gonna tell you, you cannot go through this gate.
And you cannot go through this gate. That's just the way it is. And for you to have for you to not be mad at everything and not really have crises over something not working out, you just gotta deal with the fact that sometimes you gotta respect the authorities, and it will really help you in every other aspect of your life because those jerks will be there the rest of your life. That's just how it is.
Last point, Jay Mike.
Have fun. Listen, most of us play football I hope every one of us plays football to have fun. This is basically what it's all about. Remember to enjoy playing football. There might be all these dreams and aspirations to become pros and make big monies and drive Bugattis and, party with supermodels and all that jazz. But in the end, don't we all play football because we love it and it's fun? So you gotta keep that in mind, and you can also take that over to your life. Listen, life isn't so serious. You're not gonna get out alive anyway, as my man Van Wilder once said in a film. Remember to enjoy whatever you do in life. If you don't enjoy what you do in life, don't do it. Go do something else. Don't let anyone tell you what to do. If you don't enjoy yourself, if you don't have fun doing what you do, you're simply not doing it right.
Good stuff. My honorable mention goes out to dressing room life. Look, man, I seriously think that just because of football dressing room banter and jokes and learning how to laugh at yourself while poking others in the cheek as well.
Yes.
This has been one of the greatest lessons in life to me. I'm dead serious. Like if you learn how to live with that kind of humor and apply it to the rest of your life, trust me. Like many people say after their career ends, what they miss the most is the banter. The dressing room, the dressing room. And
it teaches you how to interact, again, like with your team, with all sorts of people, in all sorts of different ways of communicating. And that's just, you gotta toughen up, but you also gotta learn, you learn, how much you can give before crossing the line.
Exactly.
And if you cross the line, they're gonna whoop your ass. And that's just the way it is.
That's also a life lesson. But look, man, long story short, deep in my heart, I believe that I first of all learned everything about life playing in a football team from very, very young age. School, cool beans, whatever this and whatever that. In football team, being a part of a football team and going through everything that football team goes through will give you a great head start to life. And if you're a parent watching, man, if you're not putting your kid to playing football or soccer
some sort of team sport,
look, man, you're missing out.
Yeah, I agree. But guys, what do you think football have taught you in your life? How important is it to you? You let us know in the comment section right down below. Now, of course, if you want to make sure that you're properly dressed when you play football, you can go and buy everything you need over from the link next to Jolter's head. Of course, if you're new to the channel, you want to hear more motivational stuff from us, you gotta go subscribe with the notifications on by clicking right over here. And if you want to learn some pretty cool skills so you can show off your teammates and earn their respect, you gotta click the playlist right down there. With that said, guys, we're signing off.